Welcome to Solar Tax Pros and the Solar Tax Max plan. This is solar's unfair advantage. High interest rates and dealer fees make solar tougher to buy for consumers and tougher to sell for solar professionals. But we have a solution. The real problem is solar sales reps are only discussing a 30% tax credit with prospects and customers. At Solar Tax Pros, our tax team gets 30 to 70% tax incentives with the Solar Tax Max plan. The last thing you want to do is miss these extra solar incentives that make your solar sale easier. The Solar Tax Max benefits are plentiful. First, we create an unfair advantage. Those using the Solar Tax Max plan are going to get extra incentives, and those that aren't will not be able to compete against those that are using the Solar Tax Max plan. That's because we're going to lower the overall cost of the solar system, the net cost. And this is going to easily make more sales for you and your organization. Solar Tax Max strategies. Number one, use this on all your new solar prospects. When you're in the home, you can use our estimator tool, calculate what their extra solar incentives are on top of the 30% tax credit so that you can win more sales. Number two, go back to all your past solar prospects and show them some new numbers. Hey, I know it didn't work out for you. We're using Solar Tax Pros now. They're a team of tax attorneys and CPAs. They found some extra hidden incentives in the tax code that you might qualify for. If I could ask you a few simple questions, let me show you some new solar numbers and let's see if it makes sense for you. It's a whole new game. And number three, solar customers that you sold solar to within the last 3 years, we can retroactively go back and collect the money that they missed. And that's going to create really happy customers that are going to refer you a lot more business. You can estimate the Solar Tax Max incentive with 3 simple questions. 1, how do you file your taxes, Mr. Homeowner? Are you single, married, or head of household, taking care of some kids? Number 2, what's your annual taxable income? How much money do you earn? How much do you pay tax on? Number 3, what was the total solar system cost? Which you already know the answer to. You're the one pricing their system for them. So first, let's go over the total solar system costs. 1, it's obviously the solar system contract price. But 2, it can also include excessive roofing costs to go solar. Now that's not roofing costs for a new roof. It's excess roofing costs to go solar. Okay? Number 3, a new electrical panel. And number 4, any tree trimming expenses. Any total solar costs, you want to roll that up into number 1, the solar system contract. Okay? Let's go over the tax filing status. There are minimum income requirements in order for Solar Tax Max to work. Number 1, if they're single, they need to be earning $50,000 or more. If they're married, they need to be earning $80,000 or more. And if they're head of household, meaning they're divorced and they take care of one child in the home, they would get a head of household and they need to be earning $65,000 or more in order for Solar Tax Max to work. The more money they make, the better and higher solar incentives we can collect back for the customer. and the parameters for annual taxable income. We're looking for their adjusted gross income, which means income after their qualified contributions to a 401k, an IRA, a pension. All of that comes off the top and you're left with adjusted gross income. That's really the number that we're looking for. And if you don't know it or they don't know it, you can go to last year's tax return and get that number. Now, a word of caution. If it's a business owner, you need to know what their net income is that they're paying tax on, because a lot of these business owners write everything off to zero and they're not going to get the 30% tax credit. We had a customer who had a restaurant. They earned $4 million, but at the end of the day, they wrote off all their expenses down to zero and they weren't even going to get the 30% tax credit. And number 4, Social Security and disability income. This income is taxed at less than ordinary income. So we want to make sure if we're dealing with somebody who's elderly or disabled that they have extra income to help get them the 30% tax credit and help qualify them for the Solar Tax Max extra incentives. Most of these people will not qualify for the Solar Tax Max benefit. So please use some caution when you're dealing with seniors and people that are disabled, and especially low-income people. How solar tax law works. Well, number 1, you have a homeowner that's producing power, right? Solar power. And that homeowner is selling power to the utility company. Whether they're trading it, bartering it, selling it, it's a taxable income to that homeowner by IRS law. And the utility company credits that homeowner on their bill, right? So this is some of the mechanics that creates a taxable transaction. Taxable transaction. Now the IRS states that solar energy production is taxable income. And taxable income creates expense deductions. Now, if you want to get technical, you can read the blurb here, but we have a tax attorney team and CPA. We've done all the research. We've spent a lot of time and energy to understand all the solar incentives and how to use them effectively. And we provide a written audit defense protection warranty to make everyone feel safe and comfortable, because we understand the tax code inside and out, and we've put this plan together to maximize homeowner solar incentives. Solar Tax Max advantages. Number 1, you have the ability to depreciate the solar costs, which is where we get the extra 10 to 40%. Very, very powerful. Number 2, you can deduct loan interest. Number 3, you can use 20% of the equipment can be used equipment. Now I know we're mostly using new equipment, but these are the rules as outlined. A few more coming right up. Another huge advantage is the system does not have to be producing energy to claim the ITC like residential. So with a residential Form 5695, the system must be turned on and producing energy in order to start the 30% tax credit. But with Solar Tax Max, we have what's called the 5% start rule in the tax code, allowing you to start just 5% of the project and get the full 30% income tax incentive. This comes in great handy for contracts that are signed in the later part of the year, October, November, December. That system might not be turned on until January, February, March, but we can get that homeowner the 30% investment tax credit sooner rather than later. Another advantage is the tax credit can pay last year's back taxes. So if you bought solar in 2023 and you didn't pay 2022 tax bill, you can get all that money back. And whatever you don't use will carry forward for 20 years. It's a very powerful tax incentive. Actually, one of the most powerful tax incentive in the market right now is solar. And the sixth advantage is domestic modules get an extra 10% tax credit. So you should use domestic solar panels whenever you can to help the homeowner collect extra money back from the IRS. How to work with us? Well, number one, complete the Solar Tax Max training course. It has some extra tax rules in there that you need to know as a solar professional to understand how and why we're doing this and make your customer at ease. Number two, after you've completed the course, you can access our online estimator tool. That's going to give you the 3 questions, and you can easily type that in and figure out what the customer's extra solar incentives are. Attend weekly support calls every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have a live Q&A where you could chime in and ask all your questions so you're up to speed for the week. Number 4, we have a phone a friend sales helpline. Special phone number you can call in and we'll help you close the sale if customers need a third-party, objective, independent advice. We're going to give them straight answers on how the tax incentives work and what the best solution is for them. There's an extra fee for this service, but it can definitely come in handy if you're not going to close the sale. And number 5, refer your past solar clients over for referrals. Any customers that went solar in the last 3 years are entitled to these extra incentives. And if you help them get their hands on extra cash, you better be certain that they're going to give you some extra referrals. They're going to be so thankful when you call them and ask them, if you could help them get this extra money back for them. Okay? When you complete your Solar Tax Max certification course, you'll get a certificate stating that you completed the Solar Tax Pros training, and that will entitle you to use the estimator tool responsibly. We will be going back and checking your work, so please use it responsibly. Solar Tax Max adder. Number 1, it's a $1,500 adder to the customer loan. You don't pay it, the customer's paying it. That comes out to about $7 a month on a 25-year loan, of which they're going to be getting a 30 to 70% discount on that money. So it's really not a lot at all. You pay Solar Tax Pros after the install with the extra $1,500 you build in your proposal. You send us the contracts, the net metering agreement, their permission to operate, their total solar production for the year, and we'll have everything we need so we don't have to bother the client. Then we engage the clients and conduct quality control surveys for the EPC and reps. The Solar Tax Max final package includes an initial customer consultation. We collect all the documents from either you or the customer. We deliver the tax packet, and we follow up with a tax consultation with their tax professional. Make sure everything's in place. So we have a little pop quiz for you. Does a homeowner paying no income tax receive the 30% solar tax credit? And the answer to that question is a person paying no taxes will not receive a tax credit refund. Why? Because it's a non-refundable tax credit. You can only get the money back that you paid in taxes to the government. They're going to refund that money back to you. Okay? Very important to understand this. And you'll learn this through the certification course. Solar compliance issues. There are some unscrupulous solar sales professionals out there, and poor families are getting hurt. They're creating negative online reviews and bad press, and this is creating no referrals, and companies are failing because of it. You, as the owner of your solar company, need to have a compliance strategy in place to eliminate these bad apples from your company. And we have a plan to do that. Let's avoid black eyes with misleading information. Create great reviews and raving fans. Solar Tax Pro's pricing is as follows. We have a Solar Tax Max certification course for the company. It's $1,500. You can have as many users as you like run through our training course. We have the Solar Tax Max adder. We like to call a subtractor because it's the only thing that actually lowers the cost of solar in the marketplace. And we have a phone a friend sales helpline, which is an additional $500 when you call us and need help closing the sale. If you are up to speed with the certification course, you shouldn't need the phone a friend helpline, but we're here to help you if you need it. Additionally, we can provide a quality control survey for you. We can have a solar salesperson compliance survey complete. We can have a Google review request from the customers on your behalf. We can request referrals on your behalf. And we can offer the customers a free 4-star hotel stay voucher. All to create massive referrals, happy clients, and clean up the industry and keep things compliant. Thank you for enjoying the Solar Tax Pro's presentation on the Solar Tax Max plan. Our phone number is 302 Tax Pros. I would definitely save that in your phone. You can visit us at solartaxpros.com and register for training. If you have any questions at all, give us a call. If your questions are related to any technical questions, you can feel free to write those down and save those for the Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time live Q&A training. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing 2023. We look forward to working with all of you and really accelerating your sales. We have solar reps that are doing 200%, 300%, 400% returns, increases in their solar sales in just a month or two. So I think you'll enjoy this product. Thanks for watching.